Good morning, students. Hope you are well. I am also well. I am Tom Mondal, Assistant Professor of Department of Physics in Bakuda Samilani College. Today we discuss motion of charged particle in cross electric and magnetic fields. First of all, it should be known what is cross electric and magnetic fields. Cross electric and magnetic field means both the fields, that is electric and magnetic fields, are applied perpendicular direction simultaneously. That means here we shows the electric field E applied along the y direction and magnetic field B applied along the z direction. Suppose that a particle of charge q and mass m enter with velocity v0x in the x direction to a region of cross electric and magnetic fields. Let magnetic field B act along the z direction and electric field E act along the y direction. As the charged particle has a velocity that is are in motion, obviously a magnetic force or act, and which is given by q into v cross b, where v is the velocity at any time t, and also a electrostatic force which is q into e are acted on the charged particle. Therefore, the equation of motion of the charged particle at any time t is m dv dt, which is the basic force denoted by Newtonian force, that is mass into acceleration. Here acceleration dv dt can be expressed as electrostatic force QE plus magnetic force Q into V cross B. Now, this equation can be written after putting its proper value, that is E is equal to E into J, V is equal to Vx, Vy, Vz, it three component along the xyz direction, and B is equal to Bk. Now, this term V is the cross product of Bk, that is I cross K is equal to minus J. Therefore, here is J component and here minus J, that is Q into E minus B Vx into J plus Vy into Bi, because here J cross K is equal to I, therefore Vy into B, and this term K cross K is equal to 0, because we know the cross product of same vector is equal to 0. Therefore, we have the equation m dv dt is equal to q into E minus B Vxj plus Vy Bi. Now, if we equate the equation in component wise, we have the component from dvx by dt is equal to qb by m into Vy, and dvy by dt is equal to qe by m minus qb by m into Vx, and dvz by dt is equal to 0. Now, suppose we consider qb by m is equal to omega and qe by m is equal to ay. So this type of notation consider as Q is the electric force, that is force by mass is equal to acceleration A, and this force act along the y-axis, therefore we have write suffix y. Thus after putting this value in this equation, we have the equation dvx by dt is equal to omega into vy, this equation say number 2, and dvy by dt is equal to ay minus omega into vx, this equation say number 3. In another equation, dvz by dt is equal to 0. Now equation 4, that is dvz by dt has the solution vz is equal to constant. Thus we conclude from this equation that the velocity component, that is the z component of velocity, remain constant. That means in a z direction there have no any force, and therefore the particle motion is confined to the xy plane. Now equation 2 and 3 are coupled equation, and therefore we write in this way, that is differentiate equation 2, that is d2vx by dt square is equal to omega into dvy by dt. Again dvy by dt is equal to ay minus omega vx, and we put this value in this position and we find omega into ay minus omega square vx. Similarly, if we differentiate the equation dvy by dt, which is right in previous slide, we find d square vy by dt square is equal to minus omega into dvx by dt. After putting the value of dvx by dt, we find minus omega square vy. Now this equation say number 5, that is the equation d square vy by dt square is equal to minus omega square vy, and this type of equation, which is the standard equation, and also we are all know the solution of this type of equation, and which is obviously the solution is vy is equal to a1 cos omega t plus a2 sin omega t. Now we solve this equation for constant a1 and a2 by applying the boundary condition, and we know the boundary condition is at time t is 0, vy is equal to 0, and if we apply in this equation, that is vy here 0 is equal to cos 0 is 0 and sin 0 is equal to 0, therefore remain only a1, that is a1 is equal to 0, and after apply the value a1 in this equation, we find vy is equal to a2 sin omega t. Again from equation 3, that is dvy by dt is equal to ay minus omega vx. As vy is equal to a2 sin omega t, therefore dvy by dt is equal to a2 omega cos omega t. Now apply the boundary condition, which is at time t is equal to 0, v is equal to v0x. Therefore ay means q by m minus omega into v0x, here apply vx is equal to v0x is equal to a2 omega, and from this equation we find a2 is equal to, after putting the value omega is equal to qv by m, that is a2 is equal to e by b minus v0x. Again vy is equal to a2 sin omega t, but a2 is equal to this, that is vy is equal to e by b minus v0x into sin omega t. This equation say number 7. Again from equation 2, which is dvx by dt is equal to omega into vy, and also vy summon equal to this. That means dvx by dt is equal to e omega by b. Here put the value of vy, that is e omega by b minus v0x into omega into sine omega t. Now integrate this equation, that is dvx by dt is equal to this, and vx is equal to e omega by b minus omega into v0x to minus cos omega t by omega plus constant. Now we apply the boundary condition to find the value constant, that is at time t is equal to 0, vx is equal to v0x. Therefore we find constant is equal to v0x minus e by b plus v0x. Now apply this, the value constant in the equation vx, and which is e omega by b minus omega v0x into minus cos omega t by omega minus v0x plus e by b plus v0x. Now this equation can be write in this way, that is from this term we write vx is equal to e by b minus v0x into 1 minus cos omega t. Here we take common, that is e by b minus v0x, and this omega and omega cancel, that is e by b minus v0x, and remain 1 minus cos omega t plus v0x. This equation say number 8. Thus we have vy is equal to e by b minus v0x into sine omega t. This equation 7. Ultimately we find the component of the velocity after time t of the charged particle when entering within cross electric and magnetic field, and these three components are vx is equal to e by b minus v0x into 1 minus cos omega t plus v0x, and vy which is e by b minus v0x into sine omega t, and vz is equal to constant. And these are the three components of the velocity. Now to find the position of the charged particle at any time t, we integrate these two equation, that is we integrate vx to find x and integrate vy to find y, and apply the boundary condition at t equal to 0, x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. We find x is equal to e by b minus v0x into t minus sine omega t by omega plus v0xt, and y is equal to 1 by omega into e by b minus v0x into 1 minus cos omega t. And these two equations say 9 and 10. Now if we put the initial velocity, which is v0x is equal to 0, then the equation 9 and 10 replaces 2. X is equal to, that is if we put v0x is equal to 0 and v0x is equal to 0, then e by b into omega, which is omega t minus sine omega t, this is 11, and y is equal to, here is value 0, that is e by omega into b into 1 minus cos omega t. This equation 12. Actually equation 11 and 12 are the parametric equation of cycloid. So the particle traces out a cycloid in the xy plane. Again, if adjust the initial velocity v0x is equal to e by b, that is the numerical to value of ratio of the magnitude of electric field and magnetic field, then vy is equal to 0, that is E by B is equal to V0, then Vy is equal to 0, then the particle is not deflected. That means the particle enter with the initial velocity V0x in a direction x, then the particle may have changed the magnitude of velocity, but it cannot change the direction. That is, the particle emit or exit in a same direction. Thank you.